choose to survive, because if you don't, your life will be forfeit. Make your choice.
Really? Man, fuck that. Yo, come with me and all that old bullshit, man. I ain't got time for that shit, man. What the fuck? I make my choice and walk the fuck up out of this bitch.
Yeah, man, that's what we should have done, man. Saw 6. Oh, man, what the fuck was wrong with this movie, man?
Man, it had so many crazy ass plot twists and shit in it. It was just ridiculous.
Man, Saw is known for having a lot of plot twists, and it really wouldn't have been a problem, but half of the ones in this movie don't make any fucking sense.
You're exactly right. You're hitting it right on the head, and I don't really know where to start on this one. I mean, where would you start off at?
Okay, let's start off at the beginning. Where, Hoffman, at the end of Saw 5, basically kills the special agent who was looking for him and frames him for being Jigsaw. And he uses, the special agent's, severed hand to, place fingerprints to incriminate him as being Jigsaw. And then later on, the FBI agents who are investigating Jigsaw find out that these fingerprints came from a hand that was already dead. So the FBI agents are obviously suspecting Hoffman as being Jigsaw at this point, and they also find out that the tape that was used in Saw 5 for the first killing in Saw 5, Seth Baxter, was made by somebody else and not Jigsaw. And they're decoding the voice, and when it comes back as his voice, he basically goes apeshit and kills everybody in the room, very gangster style, I might add.
Yeah, that shit was trill as hell. Yo.
Seriously, man, he murked 3 people by himself in like a 30 seconds. I mean, that guy was hardcore. Fuck that shit. He was badass.
Very badass.
But the thing I don't get is, immediately after killing them all, he goes outside into his trunk and gets the severed hand, which he had been keeping in cold storage, and I don't really understand the point of driving around with a hand in your trunk. And Icon, do me a favor, just tell these people what he does with that.
Well, he goes out in his trunk and uses the fucking dead hand again and plants the fingerprints around the room like he did once before to set him up for Agent Strom.
Yeah, for being Jigsaw.
Yeah, and can't the FBI find out again that the fingerprints were from a dead hand?
Yeah, they found out the first time, and he was in pretty deep shit after that. I mean, if they found out that quickly about it, why won't they find out again?
I guess he thinks the other FBI agents are some complete idiots. I don't know.
I just don't get it. I mean, and there are a lot of other plot twists that are just pretty stupid. I mean, at the very beginning of the film, almost, we're misled from the very start by seeing, like, the main target's family supposedly talking about, that they're in this game with him or whatever. But at the very end, we find out that that's not his family. That's the family of, like, one of the people that he basically, killed by rejecting his health coverage or whatever, because he's like the head of like a health insurance place or whatever.
Yeah, because once they show the son and the mother, they automatically say, "We're here because of your dad."
Yeah, and it's like, okay, that seems to say that the main guy is, her husband and the kid's dad, when in fact it's not. Why would she even say that? I mean, just because that's the guy who caused the death of her husband, I mean, that guy's killed a lot of other people in the same way by denying their coverage. Why would she think that, she was here just because of that?
I don't get it. I don't understand. It just threw me off. It made, at the first beginning, it made you think that it was that guy's family. I don't know whether.
I mean, that's something the Saw series is really bad at. I mean, it's obviously overly manipulative, and it's playing with you.
It's playing with me a lot.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit. I mean, I'm not really good at finding plot inconsistencies in movies the first time I see them, really, but I swear I saw like 5 or 6 plot holes in this one, like right at the very beginning.
I know, on the ride back home, you was just naming them right off the bat. That's 7 plot twists I just found. What the fuck?
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, so is it just me, or is the whole principle of Saw being completely fucking changed right now? It used to be you're supposed to appreciate your life, right? But how the hell is putting people in a situation where the only way they can survive is by somebody else's choice testing their will to live? It's not. I mean, I don't get it. I mean, Jigsaw's willing to sacrifice the lives of some people to say this, to teach this other guy?
And the other people probably didn't do a damn thing. I mean, they could be innocent and just there.
It's like, what the fuck? I mean, they're completely changing this shit. And another big plot twist we find out towards the end, in Saw 3, Amanda kills the doctor, which results in her death, and of course Jigsaw's. Because, the guy kills him with the hacksaw or whatever the fuck it was, the motorized chainsaw fuck thing. But in Saw 6, we finally learn what was in that envelope, that on that note that Amanda read in Saw 3. And it basically said that Hoffman knew that Amanda was there at the clinic when John's kid was killed, when the door was slammed on the mother's stomach or whatever.
One thing. How the fuck did Hoffman know that Amanda was there?
Honestly, that doesn't make any fucking sense. That's completely stupid. There's no possible way he could ever have known that. And if he could know it, why wouldn't Jigsaw have already known that?
I don't know, maybe he had instant transmission skills.
Yeah, it seems like it. In any case, I could go on and on about these damn plot points, but it's almost pointless. The bottom line is, this film was not very good.
Same here, it wasn't that good. I mean, get ready for Saw 7, people.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be in 3D.
That would be interesting. The only thing that would be good. I mean, why would they make it in 3D? I don't understand. They don't have that many scenes where...
Yeah, anything's happening. Most of this shit was backstory.
What, they gonna have just a whole bunch of blood coming at the screen? I don't know.
Really, I mean, one thing I will give it props for, in a way, is the gore. The gore was pretty over the top in this one. I told you before we went in that this was probably going to be the bloodiest one they'd ever done.
Yeah, you're right about that, especially about the guy with the fucking corrosive acid. Had the shit going through his back, and it just melted his whole bottom half. It was just over the top.
And the chick had to hack her arm off and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Dude was cutting his side off and all that shit.
He was like, hamburger time.
Yeah, in the middle of the theater, at the middle of the movie in the theater, when he was dumping the shit on the scale, I said, hey, 2 pounds of hamburger. Okay, bottom line. What would you give this movie on a rating scale?
What, 1 to 10?
Yeah.
Give it a 6, maybe. 6.5.
About 5.5 for me, and that's being very generous. Very fucking generous. I would give this like a fucking 0, but that would break my rating scale.
You might save that rating for Saw 7, 8, 9, and maybe 10. I don't know.
Honestly, I mean, is this going to keep going until they eventually just drop the numbers and go to subtitles to where it's going to be like Saw Resurrection, Saw Unleashed? Or maybe it's going to be Saw 12, Saw Redemption.
Saw in the 21st century.
Yeah, what are they going to have, like, in the future, have Jigsaw's frozen brain on a spaceship or some shit?
Because Jigsaw's just a fucking genius. He plans everything out. He knows the future.
Yeah, I mean, you think at some point somebody would have done something that would be outside of his design, and he would have been, unprepared for it, but shit, he already knows how everything is going to work.
Yeah, shit is crazy.
And one last minor plot twist I wanted to throw in, just because I feel like it. Hoffman finally got his test as being the new Jigsaw guy, and, am I missing something here? Where was the test?
There wasn't any.
The guy was strapped down with the reverse bear trap on his head from Saw 1, and he had no way to get out. There was never any chance for him to escape. The only way, he actually did survive the trap by wedging it in some bars or something, which gave him time to get out, but he did get a pretty big chunk of flesh ripped off of his face.
Yeah, he can get that stitched up, maybe.
Yeah, just rub some dirt on it. It'll be better. But in any case, I'm just like, okay, where the fuck was the test? It was not a test. It was a fucking execution. I don't get this shit, man. It's fucked up. Is it just me, or like I said before, is the whole premise of this series just gone in the fucking shitter?
Pretty much so.
In any case, man, if I keep going, I'm just going to get a major migraine. I think it's about time to wrap this shit up, man.
Hold on, wait a minute.
What?
You think you're just going to walk up out of here without getting this ass kicking?
For what?
From what you did to me the other day. You
What
know
did
what? No, fuck that.